So, in 2025, with all the new 50 series GPUs and new Ultra series Intel CPUs, Acer's best-selling laptop, the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16, just got a facelift this year, giving this laptop a refreshing new slim look. And I, for one, really like it. In this video, we're diving deep into everything that's new with the Helios Neo 16, from build quality to specifications, and most importantly, how it performs under stress. We'll find out whether this laptop is worth your money or just another flashy update. To make things easier, I've divided this video into sections so you can use these timestamps below to jump straight to the part you're most interested in. Acer reimagined this laptop a bit. The first thing noticeable is its form factor. Compared to its predecessor, its slim looks is very apparent. It looks like a Legion 7 Slim. It comes in abyssal black color with matte finish. They replaced the back glass panel and made it completely plastic and, well, bigger. Personally, I feel like it's a downgrade as glass obviously gave a more premium feel. The body also feels like a downgrade, as while everyone says it's metal toplet, I feel the whole body is completely plastic with a fair bit of toplet flex and keyboard flex. Its hinges and weight distribution, however, is very good as it has very little screen wobble and it can easily be opened with one hand. However, the screen goes back to only 145 degrees. Despite the material changes, the laptop still manages to look premium. The metallic finish Predator logo on the lid and keyboard deck adds a nice touch, and it glows in RGB lighting. You can customize this lighting through Acer's Predator Sense software. The keyboard is full-sized and features a mesmerizing 4-zone RGB layout. Typing on it feels good, though the keys have a slightly mushy press. The power button is integrated into the keyboard and there are dedicated keys for Copilot, Predator Sense, and performance profile switching. Interestingly, the performance key looks like it should be the power button. The touchpad is decently sized, fully clickable, and smooth to use. It supports multi-gestures, which makes navigation easy and intuitive. It has a good thermal system to manage the heat in this slim machine, giving 4-way air vents, 2 on the back, 2 on the side, and a big air intake vent at the bottom. Plus, it uses liquid metal for better heat dissipation, which is impressive for a laptop in this form factor. One of the standout features of the Predator Helios Neo 16 is its display. Acer has gone all out in this year, giving a 16-inch OLED panel with a native resolution of 2560 by 1600. That's essentially a 2K screen, and it delivers stunning visuals with 100% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage. The refresh rate is a massive 240Hz, which makes it perfect for fast-paced gaming and smooth everyday use. The bezels are impressively thin, which adds to an immersive experience, but there's a catch. The screen has a glossy finish. In well-lit rooms, it can be quite reflective and distracting, and if you're trying to shoot content with it, the glare becomes even more frustrating. On the brighter side, literally, it has peak brightness of 500 nits, which helps counter some of the glare and makes HDR content pop. The 16:10 aspect ratio is another win, giving you more vertical space for productivity and media. I'm glad to see this ratio becoming a standard in mid to high tier gaming laptops this year. It also supports HDR and NVIDIA G-Sync, and with a response time of just 0.4 milliseconds, it's built for esport level performance. Whether you're gaming or editing, this screen delivers both speed and quality. The Predator Helios Neo 16 offers a solid port selection, and Acer has done a great job distributing them across the chassis for convenience and accessibility. Starting on the left side, you get an RJ45 Ethernet port for stable wired connections, a USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port, a UHS microSD card reader, and an audio mic combo jack for headphones and mic. On the right side, there are two USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and the one on the left supports always-on charging, which is handy for powering devices even when the laptop is asleep. The rest of the ports are tucked neatly at the back. There's a power pin, an HDMI 2.1 port for high-resolution external displays, a USB Type-C Thunderbolt 4 port, and another USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 port. That second Type-C port supports power delivery up to 100 watts and DisplayPort 1.2, making it versatile for both charging and video output. Overall, the port selection is impressive. You get 3 USB Type-A ports, 2 USB Type-C ports, including a Thunderbolt 4 port, a microSD card reader, and a well-balanced layout that keeps cables out of the way during use. This laptop packs a lot of smart features that enhance both performance and usability. It comes with a MUX switch that supports NVIDIA's Advanced Optimus, which means that you get best of the both worlds, battery efficiency when you need it and full GPU power when you're gaming. It has a 1080p webcam which delivers clear video quality for calls and content creation. However, there is no privacy shutter, which might be a concern for some users who prefer that extra layer of security. Powering the laptop laptop is a 76 watt hour battery. On paper, that might seem like a downgrade considering the high specs, but it actually performs better than expected. You get around 3.5 to 4 hours of regular usage under these conditions, which is quite decent, possibly thanks to the OLED panel's power efficiency. For gaming, expect about an hour of backup, and it comes with a 230 watt charger to keep things running smoothly. Thermal performance is boosted by the use of liquid metal instead of traditional thermal paste. This helps keeping the temperatures in check, especially during heavy gaming or rendering sessions. Audio is handled by two downfiring speakers. They are surprisingly loud and clear, making media consumption enjoyable without needing external speakers. Connectivity is solid too, with support for Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, ensuring fast and stable wireless performance. One downside though, it doesn't come with Microsoft Office pre-installed. That's a bit of a letdown, especially since many students and professionals rely on it daily. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Predator Helios Neo 16 really flexes its muscle. It's powered by Intel's Ultra 7 255HX processor, which packs 20 cores and 20 threads, 8 performance cores and 12 efficiency cores. On top of that, it includes a dedicated NPU for in-house AI processing, making it future ready for AI-driven tasks and workflows. Graphics are handled by RTX 5050 GPU with 8 GB of GDDR7 VRAM and a maximum TDP of 115 watts. This setup is more than capable of handling modern games and creative workloads with ease. The laptop comes with 16 GB of DDR5 RAM clocked at 6400 MHz, and it's in single channel configuration out of the box, which makes upgrading simple. Just add another 16 GB to unlock the dual channel performance with 2 RAM slots supporting up to 32 GB. It's a flexible setup for both gamers and creators. Storage is handled by a 1 TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD in box, which ensures fast boot times and quick file transfers. Now, let's look at the performance benchmarks. Cinebench R23 scored 26,124 multi-core and 2,077 single-core. Geekbench scored 14,534 multi-core and 2,877 single-core. PC Mark 10 gave 7,110, making it great for productivity and everyday tasks. 3D Mark TimeSpy gave 10,410 overall with 9,910 GPU and 14,190 CPU scores. If the specs didn't already make it clear, these benchmark results prove that this laptop is fully capable in 2025. Whether you're into hardcore 2K gaming or streaming, coding, 3D modeling, AI work, or creative tasks like Photoshop and 4K video editing, the Helios Neo 16 can handle all of it. To test how the Predator Helios Neo 16 performs in real-world scenarios, I ran several AAA titles under consistent conditions with 2K resolution, high preset, ray tracing enabled, DLSS on, frame generation enabled wherever supported. No cooling pad was used and room temperature was 32 degrees Celsius. And the results were really impressive. This laptop held its own in 2K gaming with ray tracing, and while DLSS and frame generation helped boost the performance, the numbers you are about to hear are pretty much the peak this machine can hit under these conditions. GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced gave 102 FPS, Red Dead Redemption 2 gave 83, Cyberpunk gave 50 FPS, Ghost of Tsushima gave about 80 FPS, and The Last of Us gave about 100 FPS. Now, I was expecting Cyberpunk to hit at least 70 FPS with both DLSS and frame generation enabled, so the 50 FPS result is a bit surprising. It could be testing anomaly or something specific to the game's optimization on this GPU. Thermals were also well managed, especially for a slim form factor laptop. Temperatures rarely touched 90 degrees and mostly hovered below 85, which is quite respectable given the workload and ambient heat. Overall, for a laptop running RTX 5050, I am satisfied with the performance. It's capable of delivering smooth gameplay and in demanding titles, even at high settings with ray tracing. That's a solid win for gamers looking for a sleek yet powerful machine in 2025. This laptop comes with its own performance customization software called the Predator Sense software. It's not overly complex and it's designed to give you quick access to key system controls without overwhelming you. The laptop screen shows system vitals like CPU and GPU usage, temperatures, and fan speeds. On the right side, you'll find shortcuts to various features, which we'll go through in detail. One of the most useful features is the scenario profile. It lets you switch between different performance modes, battery settings, fan controls, and music profiles with lighting setups all in one single click. For example, if you're gaming, you can activate the gaming profile to ramp up the performance and RGB lighting, or if you're in a quiet environment, you can switch to silent mode, reducing the fan speed, enabling power saving mode, and turning off RGB all in a single click. Next is a lighting tab, which controls the RGB keyboard and the glowing logo on the back of the lid. You can choose global settings like wave or disco, or manually customize each of the 4 RGB zones on the keyboard. Custom fan speed section, where you can manually adjust the fan curve based on the workload or temperature preferences. In general system settings, you'll find options like GPU operating mode, which essentially controls the mux switch. You can also set the battery limits to help extend battery span over time. There's a toggle for USB charge feature, which lets you enable or disable always on USB port. Display settings include options like a blue light filter and transparency effects, which help reduce eye strain and personalize your visual experience. Keyboard settings allow you to enable or disable sticky keys and control the backlight timeout, such as turning off the RGB after 30 seconds of inactivity. If you find the loud Predator startup sound annoying, there's a system board effect setting where you can mute or change it. Lastly, there's a general system checkup tab that shows the health status of your hardware, and a monitoring tab that keeps track of real-time vitals like temperatures, clock speeds, and usage stats. Predator Sense ties everything together, giving you full control over your laptop's performance and aesthetics in one clean interface. At the time of making this video, this laptop was priced at about 1,50,000 to 1,55,000 online, but is available at a much better deal at Creative Laptops exclusive store in Ludhiana, Kochar Market area, who were kind enough to give me this laptop for a review. They have amazing deals on gaming laptops and productivity laptops and give you a hands-on experience before you can buy the laptop. So do check them out before buying. Contact details in the description. This laptop has a fair share of competition at this point of year with Asus TUF F16 if you want to go for budget i5 13th Gen with RTX 5050, or even Asus V16 with slightly new CPU but lower build and features, and higher segment Asus ROG with Ryzen 9 and RTX 5050, or Asus TUF if you fancy an i7 14th Gen high performance CPU with RTX 5050. HP Omen has good options like 14th Gen i7 with RTX 5050 and Ryzen 7 with RTX 5050, the one I reviewed. And finally, Lenovo Lock with i7 14th Gen with RTX 5050. This laptop is definitely turning heads with its completely revamped slim design and surprisingly solid thermal performance. It's clear that Acer has taken a bold step forward with the Predator Helios Neo 16. Let's break down what's good and what's not. On the positive side, the slim form factor is a standout. It features stunning OLED screen with 240Hz refresh rate, still a rare find in laptops around 1,50,000 mark. The port selection is excellent. It uses liquid metal for better thermal efficiency, and it delivers solid frame rates in modern AAA titles. All of it makes it a strong performer for both gamers and creators. But it's not without its drawbacks. The plastic body doesn't feel very sturdy and could use some refinement. The RGB lighting is limited to just 4 zones. It would have been nice to see perky RGB customization, and the lack of Microsoft Office is a letdown, especially for students and professionals. And with 76 watt hour battery, while decent, could have easily been bumped to 90 or even 99 watt hours given the specifications. Still, when you look at the overall package, an OLED screen, slim design, strong performance, and good thermals, it's hard to ignore the value of this laptop. Build quality might need a second thought, but for anyone with a budget of 1,50,000, it's definitely a laptop worth considering. If you liked the review, please like the video, dislike if you didn't, tell me about it in the comment section, and consider subscribing for more videos like this.